Beloved, you can see Dante. Dante is making his every once in a while cameo. I don't know what's going on with him this morning. Okay, let's see. I went to the gym, that's why I'm early, because I'm going to go deal with this after I do this. So we are here to do a new design for living. So let's do the housekeeping first. Let's not show Dante's side. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email info@creative.org. That gets you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. So click here now means it. It is also a blind CC, so nobody will see your email. And I said one a week. I mean that. Unless something unusual happens, which is almost always weather related. Hurricane season just started, so be aware of that. We do live on the Gulf Coast. Okay. Although they're saying it's going to be a lighter season. I don't know about that. So the thunderstorm yesterday was pretty intense. Yeah. The last couple hours of work, kind of quiet. All right. Then let me mention the social media, but merely from the standpoint of we do not monetize it. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So we ask you to go like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on, and then engage with the individual post by reacting to the post, commenting on the post, sharing the post. It's a free and easy way that you can support the center by bumping us in the algorithms. By doing those things, more people see our stuff, which is the whole goal of social media. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark, and I am the running Rev Ryan across all of the social medias that I am on. So there is that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me get a drink of water. And then, so new design for living. We are in chapter 13. We are in practical suggestions. Because he has spent this entire book explaining the process of science of mind. How do you do this? Because we are a way of life. Philosophy, the science of mind really is a way of life. You can live this way. And so he is giving you practical suggestions on how to do spiritual mind treatment. Yesterday he did the first two steps. And today we are going to pick up with we'll see how far I get, because it's kind of intense and I want to give it its due. And as I said, this is one of the last books he himself wrote, and I really enjoyed it. So, all right. In proceeding to the next step, that of the declaration, it is always necessary to keep in mind that you are not asking or begging for anything. You are declaring something as true, affirming the reality of the good you desire. Okay? And that's really, really, really important. Because you got to believe it. You got to believe. And one of the things that helped me the most is the understanding that even if I can't see it physically in my environment, I understand, as long as it's in alignment with the divine, it already exists in the mind of the divine. It already exists in the mind of the divine. Therefore, I don't have to. I can say now, yep, it already exists. It may not be physically in my experience at this single moment, but it exists, and it exists for me. So if that helps, that's how I got over the, praying in the present tense. It helped a whole lot. So, all right. So you are declaring something as true, affirming the reality of the good you desire. In other words, it is a demand you are making upon the universe, which according to its nature has no choice other than to fulfill the demand according to the nature of the demand. And that's really important. According to the nature of the demand. The universe does not judge. The universe does not reason. The universe simply fulfills what you have stated that you want in according to its rules. So if you look around your life and you don't like the way your life looks, then you might want to think about what you've been asking for. Because the universe is not going to say, oh, honey, you don't really want that. It's just going to hand it to you. And then you're sitting back going, well, this isn't what I want. Well, it's what you're asking for. It may not be what you want, but it is what you were asking for. Frequently, we ask for things that we don't want because we've been told that they are what we want. We have been told that they are what we should want, but they're not actually what we want. So, and the universe doesn't respond that way. It responds to the demand, not what you think you want. It demands what you actually say you want. And so that's why it's really important to get clear about what you actually want before you do this kind of work. And it's true that you don't always know what you want, but you know what you don't want, and that's a good place to start. It's like, okay, I don't want that, so what's the opposite of that? Or you can simply invite things out of your life and see what comes in. That works too. That works too. All right. You are not seeking to make God, life, or other than what it is, but instead claiming your good out of the infinite potentialities, okay? So you're not trying to change God. You are simply claiming your good. All right. Now, the next thing he is going to give you an actual example. So, the word I speak is for me, about me, is the truth of me. There is nothing in my mind or the mind of another that can deny it. Its action and fulfillment cannot be delayed, deferred, or hindered. I know, affirm, and declare that divine intelligence, the mind of God, now guides and directs my every thought, my every action. Okay, I'm going to pause here because I want you to notice he's using a bunch of different words. You don't have to use that many words. I think what he's doing here is he's giving you examples. So he's probably using more than he normally would because he wants to give you examples. Not delayed, not deferred, not hindered. I know, affirm, and declare. So he's giving you a lot of different ways to do this. You don't have to use them all. You don't have to use them all. Use the words that resonate with you. Okay. I know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Every good idea I have carries with it the knowledge of the ways and means for its achievement. I am vigorous and whole. I possess the vitality of the infinite. I am strong and well. God's life is my life now. God's strength is my strength. God's power is my power. My whole being is renewed, invigorated, made alive. There is peace, a divine, harmonious, dynamic, creative action at the center of my being. Every breath I draw, every beat of my heart is the perfect rhythmic action of life itself. The expression of the one perfect life in me as me is now perfectly maintaining every atom, cell, and organ of my body. My body is a divine idea in the mind of God, and no thing, no situation or condition can prevent its full and complete expression in and as me. God created my body, knows how to maintain it, how to remove what doesn't belong, and to rebuild it. This is occurring right now. Without reservation, I know I now manifest and experience in all fullness and completeness God's perfect idea of me. Okay, now that right there, that phrase, God's perfect idea of me, is a really good one when you don't know what you want. Okay, it's like maybe you don't feel well, you don't know what's going on, so you go back to God's perfect idea of you, and you've noticed that he's done several denials in here and then turns around and immediately reaffirms what he actually wants after what he's denied. Nothing can get in the way of this. This is what's happening. He's also not getting real specific, but he's leaning on general principles. Okay. So that is excellent ways to do this. I just wanted to point out a couple of things, and then we're going to finish this because you know what? He's not done yet. Let's see. Where was I? God's perfect idea of me, and in all respects, every action, function, and structure of my body now conforms to it. There is perfect assimilation, circulation, and elimination. All that I am is one with the one perfect life. All the joy there is, all the happiness, all the beauty are now mine. I am born of the Spirit. I am in Spirit. I am the Spirit made manifest. Okay? Right? It's really, really, really amazing. Okay, I'm just going to read this wrap up and then we're going to stop and we'll do the final step tomorrow. Okay? Because I can see where he starts that. Many find it very valuable at this point to deny those ideas which may contradict the statements that have been made, to declare that they are powerless, non-creative, and ineffective. In such cases, the denial should be followed by affirming the opposite, which is, I've already said that. There is a removal of a negative and it is replaced by a positive idea. What I like to say is you don't break a habit, you replace a habit. So it's the same thing here. If you do a denial, then immediately affirm right after the denial what it is that you want instead. Okay? All that you do or can do in making a declaration is to convince yourself. That's it. You are convincing yourself. You reach a point where nothing in your thought denies your faith, belief, and conviction in the truth and reality of the idea you have expressed. Even when you're treating for somebody else, you are still convincing yourself. Because if you convince yourself in the one mind, then the one mind will take it on. Now, the other person still has to accept it. That's one of the reasons why treating for people, when somebody comes to you and asks you to treat for somebody else, and you don't know the other person, you don't know what the situation is, that can be a little dicey. So, that's why in that case, we're like, well, we'll just treat for your highest and best. Okay? It's not a cop-out. It's because, the other person has to accept it. All right. The declaration you are making is nothing more or less than a statement of what you believe God to be and what you believe yourself to be, for you are within what God is, which is perfect. And let me remind you, perfect is not flawless. Perfect means whole. So the messiness gets to be included, okay? And I know I'm messy, so here we are. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Tomorrow we will pick up with the final step of acceptance and do that. And then we'll get into, he has practical suggestions for a whole lot of things. So we're going to be in this chapter for a minute. And then we'll go from there. So, all right, beloveds, I'm going to encourage you now to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. Hey, you got this day. A let's go dance in the rain day, but stay out of the thunderstorms day. A drink plenty of water day. A go to the gym and get strong day, because I did. A cuddle your fur babies day. A make sure you make time to sit down and rest day. A take care of something that you need to do day that you've been putting off day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, an absolutely beautiful masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. So, explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you be. because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. Because all the divine knows is good. Right? So, all right. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. No, you know what? I don't know when Reverend David will be on. Reverend David will be on in the afternoon. That's all I can say. I will be back with you. We're back to normal time tomorrow. Wednesdays are going to be weird for the summer because, yeah, I told you. But I'll be back between 9 and 9:15 tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. Always. And I will see you next time.